I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Fusion, because I think you already heard some things about it during the day. Fusion, I think we have already, and these things already been spoken lots of time today. The adoption of those UC cloud solutions that have increased enormously during the COVID. Everybody had to work from home. Most popular tool to do it was Microsoft Teams. We all had a Teams client on the PC. We could use it. We could communicate with colleagues. We could message them. We could video call them, but it all stayed internal. Now we are moving back sometimes to the office, or we want to call other numbers. We want to call external numbers, but therefore you need to have the ability to call an external number. You need to have a number assigned to your MS Teams client. And that's where the telcos, the telecom operators fit in. They are the ones who assigning those numbers. And that's actually, and I think it has been shown also during one of the presentations today. This is our missions. So our mission is actually to help the service providers to remain relevant and also to take their share of that cloud opportunity. So to remain relevant, to not see all the revenues, all the customers move with everything to those cloud applications, to those cloud solutions, but to also add services, add their own numbers, add their own extensions to those solutions, so that they can have an added value towards their customers, towards the users of their customers. And that's what we are doing with our solution Fusion. But actually what Fusion is, it's a kind of a docking station. We see it as a docking station to add multiple cloud solutions like Google Voice, Zoom, Microsoft, WebEx calling, BroadWorks, to add that to the Fusion solution, but not only those cloud solutions, but also those cloud applications, who deliver added services towards those cloud solutions, like we have Dubber, a cloud call recording application, Mutare, which is a voice transcription application which is used in the US, Anywhere 365, which is a contact center applications on Microsoft Teams. So to plug those into the docking station so that the service provider can use them. It's our core business to keep up with all those different applications, and it reduces the investment and the people who need to be trained and so on from the service provider. So that's actually what Fusion is about. So what is it in that was the idea. What is it exactly? So Fusion runs on the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, so on OCI. We use the Oracle SBCs for the protection. It uses components we have developed on our own within NetAccess. It uses, for example, API-O, which is our API orchestrator solution, to make those different connections with those different solutions possible, based on a non-code programming language, but just using workflows. It also uses our SRE, our session routing engine, to route the calls. So that's embedded in the Fusion solution. That's the infrastructure. And then with regards to the interconnection, that's actually where where you as a service provider can add your added value, your services. So actually, why would you choose or why would you go for Fusion? Because you only need to integrate once with the cloud application. So it's a one. You integrate with one cloud solution, and then you can offer it towards your different customers. It's we connect to the multiple cloud applications. It's not you as a service provider who needs to add or needs to maintain your knowledge and all the trainings for those applications. We deliver an automated provisioning. So we deliver a self-care portal which does the automation. For some solutions, we like, for example, for the Microsoft Teams solutions, we already have a deep integration with the solution. So there we do the full automation. We also deliver self-care capabilities. You can use our portal. We have the solution comes with a white label portal. You can use it, but you can also use. So we deliver the APIs which are available to be used on your own if you have a portal from yourself. And again, the flexibility. So based on the APIO, the API orchestrator solution, which is in place, which delivers the flexibility for, as I mentioned, on a non-code programming language. So we don't use any coding programming language. We can hook up with all those different UC cloud solutions. So what do you get for Fusion? So it comes with a white labeled self-care portal. It also comes in a tiered indirect model. We can do the call routing, or it is based on our own SRE solution, or it is based on a solution, the Broadwork solution, who then does the call routing. We can add value-added voice features, provisioning automation. We also can add number management or number portability if that is needed. And for on the Microsoft Teams side, we support Operator Connect and direct routing. So we are not ourselves, we are not Operator Connect, but the solution supports for those service providers who are in the Operator Connect mode. I have some screens from the portal which shows the capabilities. So it comes with, like I mentioned, it comes in a tiered model. So we have the solution, the portal gives you the ability to work with distributors, to have below or under a distributor to have a reseller then have a tenant, and those tenants are the real companies actually. So in the tenants, you have the subscriptions, and that's there we do the linking between MS Teams tenant and the actual tenant on Fusion. What about the licenses and so, or how it's been? What's the license model? So we have we have a Fusion seats, which are the number of users that are connected or linked towards the MS Teams or the other UC cloud solutions. And we also have the ability to connect a SIP trunk towards a local PBX, and then we can play with the dimension of that SIP trunk towards a local PBX. Also, with regards to number entitlement, which are not actually the real numbers, it's only saying number entitlements. Here we give the right to to use certain blocks of numbers. So for example, to use 6 geographic numbers in the Netherlands, or 6 or 10 geographic numbers in Belgium. So that's how, and then afterwards the numbers are assigned based on our number management solution. With regards to the MS Teams part, so the Fusion tenant is linked towards the Office 365 tenant. Based on the users, we do a check if the user is voice enabled or not. So if he's voice enabled, then you of course can connect a number to it, and then it can use it, or it can dial out. If not, then yeah, you need, or the customer needs to foresee the proper license to make that user voice enabled. Based on the, we do have resource accounts which are supported on MS Teams, and also the integration of the Anywhere 365 call center, which is closely linked to the MS Teams solution, where we, through this portal, you can add an agent or a supervisor and give him a certain skill, and assign him to a certain call queue. So that's also possible through this solution. Now, quickly, in just to say how easy it is to use to use Fusion, or what Fusion does. I will explain, or this video shows you in 60 seconds the connection, or the assignment of a number towards a user, and then it will also show that it's also been adapted in the Microsoft environment. You see, Fusion makes it that simple to assign a number to a user and to provision also the MS Teams part. I don't know if you have already provisioned the MS Teams side, but it takes quite some time to do it. Now, Fusion can be put in place, or we can set up the Fusion solution in different ways. So there are a few options to do so. The SIP integration. First one is that on this option we kind of don't do much. So it only uses it's only used for the MS Teams automated provisioning, but it's not used for any routing, or it's not used for any anything else. So that's a possibility. The next option is where we do everything. What is everything? So it's the customer SBC just forwards the messages faced towards the MS Teams solution. So Fusion will then forward it, or decides to which Microsoft MS Teams tenant it needs to go, and on the other way back also decides to which customer tenant it needs to go. As well the signaling messages as the RTP. The advantage of this is that we are capable of delivering rated CDRs and some analytics based on through the portal. A third option is where it's kind of a combination between the customer and Fusion. So we receive the signaling messages, and we tell the customer SBC where they need to route the audio, the RTP messages, but we don't get involved in the RTP. So that's still the customer SBC. And here also we are capable of delivering the rated CDRs and the in-portal analytics. And then a fourth option is where, and that's really less interesting for us, for NetAxis, is where we just forward again the messages, signaling messages, and to just forward them back into the customer SBC without doing anything actually. So it's all up to the customer SBC. Of course, there we cannot deliver any rated CDRs or in-portal analytics. So this is the. You could ask, why do you present it? I see Jimmy. See why? It's an option. So if customers say, hey, I want to have everything, or I want to have it like this, we are capable of delivering it. So that was kind of it, what related to Fusion. I don't know if there are some questions, or if it's already a little bit more clear.